Podcast is intended for mature audiences. The views and opinions expressed are those of the panelists and do not reflect in any way those of the podcast partners, sponsors, or affiliates. Enjoy.
Hi, this is Michael Buffer, and you're listening to the Voice of the People. Let's get ready for Boxing Voice.
Every day I'm hustling. 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 Every day I'm hustling.
No matter what nobody say, man. Spirit, can't nobody fuck with me, man. You know, I can't be fucked with, you know.
Devin Productions.
Whether you pay to see me win or you pay to see me lose, you're gonna pay. Fuck it, your kids still gotta eat. I don't have to watch, you know, any footage of a fighter. I mean, because I'm Floyd Mayweather, everybody gotta watch me. I knew eventually I was gonna have to fight Oscar Nova. I feel like he was straight up and down, no special effects.
BoxingWords.com.
How can Canelo have the biggest deal? Your deal is for $300 million, and I made $350 million just in one fight. And you're fighting on an app.
BoxingWords.com.
I'm a king, okay? I eat a feast. Every time I eat a feast. And when I get up from the table, I don't give a fuck who get the leftovers. At the end of the day, follow my green print.
Devin Productions.
BoxingWords.com.
Good morning, TBV. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of the Boxing Voice Radio. I am your host, Nestor Gibbs, and we're going to be talking some boxing this morning. The lightweight division, George Kambosos of Australia has come out and offered the fight to Gervonta Tank Davis, Devin Haney, Vasiliy Lomachenko, and even Ryan Garcia. According to him, they're in negotiations, you know, they are in talks. So, he's talking to all these people. The article could be found on World Boxing News. And we're going to give you those quotes. And, yeah, we're going to talk about this lightweight division, man. This very exciting division. The fact that most, if not all of these men have already come out and said that they're willing to go to Australia, which is a very good thing. Very good thing when you're considering trying to make this fight. But yeah, man. Kambosos saying that he's offered Tank the fight. That's interesting. You know, I found that very interesting. So here it goes. It says, Gervonta Davis offered massive WBA, IBF, and WBO title shot for May. It's on World Boxing News. And when you get into the article, you know, obviously they start with Tank because he's the biggest name in that division. So it says, as World Boxing News revealed earlier this week, Davis and Kambosos have to meet by 2023 when the regular champion is retired forever. Gervonta Davis offered. Davis will face WBA order to battle the rugged Australian potentially in the next few months or by the end of the year indeed. The WBA, IBF, and WBO champion Kambosos altered the situation in a recent interview with media in his home country. He states he's already made offers to all the top guys, of which Davis is one. And I quote, I'm coming for the big names and we're ready. I'm coming for the big names and we're already in negotiations with everybody, Kambosos told Fox News Australia. And I quote, it's going to be in May. May is going to be a great time. The build up, the name, there's going to be the big buildup. However, making the fight is not that simple. Obviously, Tank's handlers, Floyd Mayweather and Leonard Ellerbe, may not be receptive to the conditions of the event. They primarily stage Davis's shows in the United States. You know he's a U.S. draw, so will Mayweather and Floyd, who are the same person, Ellerbe as well, be willing for the young Tank Davis to go all the way to Australia down under? I don't know. Then he doesn't get to capitalize off of his own ticket sales. You know, Tank sells out, and he's a big star, so his ticket sales aren't cheap, right? But Devin Haney, who I had his father on our show, he's already said he's willing to go down under. And there will be no issues there. Him and, Kambosos have some sort of a deal in place. So, but Devin, Vasiliy, and Ryan would be the other three opponents that Kambosos could be talking about when he says he's already in conversations with all the big names. But it goes on to say Kambosos, to his credit, wants only the most significant challenges as he prepares to defend his unified straps. And I quote, my entire career has been the hard road. There's never been any easy option for me. I've always had to grind, pointed out Furious George. Further quote, we've got to really let Australia know what's going on and how big this fight will be. This will be the biggest fight in Australian history. It'll be a stadium fight in Sydney or Melbourne. We're in negotiations with both. It will be very exciting. I wouldn't be real to the crowd if I told them I'm coming back for an easy fight. What for? Out of the three potential foes, Davis probably would be the least likely to accept a 30-hour round trip to Australia. And that last sentence is obviously from the author. The end of the quote was when Kambosos said, what for? So it's going to be interesting to see who really wants to, go to Australia, who's willing to go, right? Because I don't know that Tank needs to go over there. I guess if they perceive the Kambosos fight as an easy win, maybe he'll go, because they did go to the UK for that Liam Walsh fight, I believe it was. But, will Mayweather want to send Tank over there where he could possibly get robbed? I mean, we all seen what happened to Pacquiao. We all seen what happened to Pacquiao. And I get CYP in the chat. Shout out to you. Waking up early, man. Respect that 6 a.m. grind out there. He says you don't offer Tank. Tank offers you. But that's, Wilder was a B-side and offered the A-side, an offer. If what you're presenting is, respectable, they'll at least receive it. Entertain it is another thing, but you could most certainly offer anybody anything. Whether they take it or not is a different story. But that's what I'm saying. Is it a bad fight for Tank? Let's go down the list. Like, should Tank turn it down, or should he take this opportunity to, further build his name? I don't know how much sense it makes for his U.S. fans. Like, do we, and by we I mean the casuals, do we end up knowing that Tank is going all the way to Australia to fight? I don't know. I think Leonard Ellerbe and Floyd will look at it like, man, we could let Devin Haney, Vasiliy go over there and still get them when they come back. We still the biggest name. That's why, this article is headlined by Tank, not even George Kambosos. It's Tank will receive a massive offer. So, yo, that was my first sip of coffee. No sugar, no cream. Sheesh. Ain't that bad right now. Ain't that bad. They say black coffee is good for the brain, man. And we'll see. But yeah, man, I could definitely see Tank not taking it. Obviously, he's the biggest name out of all of the names. They'll just look at it like, bro, don't go over there and risk, these foreign judges on foreign soil. Let one of them get them belts. They still need you. You still the biggest name. So we'll move on to Haney. I think Haney, we already know he's willing to go. His father said they're willing to go, And Haney, because he's one of the most avoided, definitely needs to go get the belts. Because people keep avoiding him, right? Like right now, Kambosos should be wanting to be undisputed, and instead, he's sending offers to everybody. And everyone's okay with it because, quote unquote, he did the heavy lifting. But in actuality, if he were Canelo, people would be saying, wait a minute, why isn't he trying to undispute? Oh, he's not undisputing. He's not going to fight the Charlo. He only fought Liam Smith. You see what I'm saying? But it's Kambosos, so he gets to, quote unquote, live under this, I did the heavy lifting, so I can negotiate with Tank, I can negotiate with Devin, I can negotiate with Vasiliy and Ryan as well. And not be free. I am free from criticism. And it's unfortunate because there are double standards and things aren't the same for everybody. If this were Devin not trying to undispute, he'd be called a duck. But we'll move on. Well, I want to believe that we all agree that Devin does need to go get those belts. He's on Dazn. Dazn will pull up a massive offer to stage this fight. We all know they have Dazn UK that they're going to start. Excuse me. Dazn Australia that they're going to start. You can check my interview on December 5th. Hey, Adrian, you're on the wrong Skype. Come on over and join me, buddy. But yeah, they got the Dazn Australia that they're going to start, and it just makes sense. They need this. They need this this particular fight. Dazn does. And I feel like Devin, again, his father already saying that they're willing to go. Him already saying he's willing to go. I see it as and again, Dazn willing to put the bread. I see that one as the easiest to make. I'm not sure Vasiliy Lomachenko and Ryan. I don't know that Bob is willing to send Vasiliy to Australia. Yes, he went to the UK. Yes, he fought Luke Campbell. But again, Manny Pacquiao got that loss to Jeff Horn in Australia under Bob's supervision. So maybe Bob himself is a little weary of putting his superstar on foreign soil. But Adrian Rowan, let me see, do I got your intro here? Where is it? Is it with the callers or is it with the hosts, man?
Man, you probably still got it with the callers.
I don't know. Let me see. Show intros. I can't even find it. I'm gonna be here forever, but yeah. How are you? Good morning.
Man, I'm good. I'm a little sore, bro. This training been hard on me, brother. Plus, I let them kids punch me for my birthday. That's the rule in the gym. You got to stand against the wall and take your punches.
Yo,
let
when
me tell
you said that yesterday, all I thought of was Teofimo Lopez with that big dude that hit him in the ribs, man, right before the fight. I was like, damn, bad move.
Bro, they were all solar plexus shots. And I was decent until I got to that 230 pounder. That little nigga tried to put me through the wall.
Where you get a 230 pounder from?
To be out, it's Zip's brother. Oh. We got a little deal worked out, so I train him. She does videography work for me and art stuff for me.
How tall is this 230 pounder?
I would say he's like 5'10".
Oh, so he's in the chubby weight division.
Yeah, definitely. He working on it, man. He's one of those.
Old?
What's up?
How old?
I think he's like 16.
Ooh,
he's
young.
Yeah.
He's young.
He's a big boy, and he's losing weight too. So that's what they do when they come by me. They come in there out of shape. Give them a couple months, they start to tone up and lose the weight, build the confidence, and he got power. He definitely has power because he done hit some of the adults, and they're like, "Oh, okay." he just needs. We need footwork and confidence. You know what I mean? And he's building on both of those. But I'll tell you this much: you could probably hit that kid with a Mack truck, and he won't go nowhere. Like he sparred with the other kids, taking shot after shot, and he just comes forward. So, but I think that's that whole community out there, Mexican style. Them kids just take a licking and keep on ticking.
Nice, man. That's good, man. Oh, got you a heavyweight. Shit, you never know. He might keep growing.
Nah, he probably definitely is. I lost one that I had. This kid was 10 years old, a couple inches taller than Adrian and 170 pounds, bro. He built like Mike Tyson. Jeez. I ain't seen him since. I heard he grew to about 6 feet, and he's 11.
Wow.
You know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I mean, he'd have been a monster if he would have stayed focused.
Yeah, man. So I don't know if you know. I'll send you this article here in the Skype chat or on text. But yeah, we're talking the lightweight division. The fact that George Kambosos has said to Fox Australia that he's in talks with all the big names. So obviously we're assuming Tank, Devin, and Vasiliy, Ryan. Because those are the names mentioned in the article. But we're also just, I guess, questioning who's actually going to go. Like, if Tank is offered all these belts, would Mayweather and Leonard really let him go? Would Oscar let Ryan go? Is Bob letting Vasiliy go after what happened with Manny and Jeff Horn over there? I don't know. Obviously, I spoke to Bill Haney last week, so we know that Devin is willing to go. We know that Dazn is willing to go because they got Dazn Australia, so that's more of the possibility, in my opinion. But what say you, my good friend?
I mean, to be honest, if in reality, what I think will happen, I think George would pick Ryan out of all of them because I think Ryan's the low-hanging fruit. That's the dude that you can beat easier than these other guys. I think Devin, he's highly skilled, man. That's a tough fight for George.
I mean, well, wait a minute. Let's stop with the Ryan, though. Let's go back a little bit because, Jesus, Campbell got the fight. But Fortuna was in the fight. It fell apart. Pacquiao, that didn't happen. Tank said they sent an offer. Leonard said they sent an offer. That didn't happen. Like, do you really want to deal with Ryan and end up him saying he's got mental health issues like with Jojo Diaz? I mean, I'm
talking about as a win. Like, if I was George.
I get it, but you still got to get him in the ring, though. You got to get him in the ring.
If Ryan, that's a personal issue. So, yeah, that's like, you're worried about whether he's going to show up or not. Do I think De La Hoya would send him over there? Hell yeah. I think there's been enough rifts between him and Ryan. De La Hoya would be like, you know what? If you take the fight, I'm going to send you over there, get the money off of you. And it doesn't matter for Ryan if he loses to George, right? Like, he's young. His career goes on no matter what. I think De La Hoya at this point, with the relationship him and Ryan have, would be willing to take that chance that Ryan goes over there and loses. And I think that with his mental issues, with the fact that Canelo's already said he's not in the gym seriously, has criticized him, I think that that's what I would be going for if I was George. I mean, Lomachenko, Davis, Haney, man, those are tough fights. I mean, in all reality, do you think those are fights that those guys win? Like that he wins against them? I mean, in your opinion, do you think he beats a Gervonta Davis, whether or not he's in Australia or not?
George?
Yeah.
I mean, I don't know. I think maybe only Devin can beat Tank.
So my thing is like this: you got Davis, who I think.
Then again, Vasiliy too. Maybe Vasiliy, because Vasiliy looked real good, man. He looked real good.
But I'm saying Vasiliy, the fucking Matrix. So you want to go fight? You want to fight the Matrix? Like, let's be honest. Vasiliy, if he would have just turned up that whole fight against Tio, he could have won that.
Yeah, but he wanted to fight Tio. He wanted to fight Tio. Why wouldn't he want to fight any of these other guys? He was more than willing, and he was beyond, just wanting his shot as a mandatory. Like, he told us he was going to do what he did. Like, he kept saying it. It was becoming crazy at one point. I'm like, this dude's delusional. And he really did it. So I'm not going to put it past him wanting to fight anybody else. I think if he says he wants him, he wants him.
Right. I mean, I just look at it like he's going to go for what's going to be the best money. I mean, we had Lou on here, right? He's going to go for whatever makes financially the most sense and whoever's going to fight on his terms. I think that it's hard to have Davis go over there because I don't see Floyd and Ellerby fighting on somebody else's terms, putting Tank out there on somebody else's terms. I just don't think that's how the money team does business. They like being the A side. They're going to try to flex those A side muscles without the belts. Which, Tank does have a lot of star power and all that, but still, I think that's going to be a much tougher thing to sell to Floyd and them, especially if you're going to go over to Australia. I don't see Floyd and them having him travel. If it was in Las Vegas or Atlanta or something that was advantageous to them, yeah. Because have we seen Tank in a venue besides when he went over to Europe? Have we seen him since in a venue that doesn't cater to him, where he's not completely the A side?
Yes, absolutely. The dude has no home. He fights anywhere. He sells out in LA. He sells out in LA, New York, the UK.
But I'm saying those are all American venues that I feel Mayweather's got a lot of pull here. I'm saying when you go over to Australia,
he sold out the UK, man.
No, I'm not saying he didn't, because I brought that up already. What I'm saying is he's got that one fight out there. I just don't see them being dictated by Lou and all those guys.
Me either.
That to me, that's not going to happen. Devin and his dad have already said, we don't give a shit. We'll go over there. Whatever we got to do. Just get us in the ring. We're confident we're going to take those belts from you. Let's do it. Mm-hmm. I think they have the right attitude going over there. I think that considering, Devin's done such good business with Dazn, I think that can work out a lot better. Honestly, I think Bob would send Lomachenko over there. He looked great against Comey. Why not? I don't think Vasiliy fights everywhere.
My biggest reason why not is he's going to have flashbacks of his other superstar going to Australia and being robbed. No one thought Manny Pacquiao would lose. Just like you may think no one will think that Vasiliy would lose. And then you do. And then it does happen, and you're in that situation all over again.
And to be honest, man, Kambosos, he surprised me. I think that dude, he trains hard. I think he's going to be ready for whoever he picks. He's gonna train hard. It's gonna be a good fight. Like you said, he's not afraid to fight anybody. But at the same time, I think he's gonna look for the biggest bag. So I think it's gonna be who offers the most money to the table and who's willing to do it on his terms. And I think there's one.
Yeah, I think that's slightly different. It's more about who's willing to come, and out of those people, who can we make the most money with? Because if it's about the most money, it's Tank. Just bottom line. His ticket sales are more expensive. And next in line would be Ryan And that's everybody's just guessing that based off social media numbers. The man's done no fucking pay-per-views for us to speak of, but he continues to be, even promoters say he's the big fight. I don't know why. But then after that, Vasiliy again has international flavor. I'm sure Australians know Vasiliy. He's a declared Ukrainian amateur and was considered the man before he lost, and the man to beat the many men. So, again, Devin, unfortunately, is this dark horse that needs to go over there because they're avoiding him. But again, I don't know that Vasiliy. I don't know that Bob allows that one. I don't know. Campbell's one thing. George is proven not to be a bum.
Right. I mean, I only say Ryan because this is how I look at it. If I'm George, right? Ryan's out of all the four you're talking about, Ryan's a dude I look at and go, yeah, I want that work. I'm going to get that bag. I'm going to get that money. And then I'm going to knock off one of these other guys. Bring Devin, bring them. Because if I got all the belts, everybody's got to come see me anyways. All roads go through me. But I look at it like that's just an extra check. I mean, because I truly believe, I wouldn't pick Garcia over Kambosos, especially because of the mental stuff. I feel like Kambosos is very focused, and in a fight, he's not going to be deterred no matter how hard it gets. Win, lose, or draw. Where I feel like Ryan, he going, if he's already having issues and you got a guy who's just determined to win, who's in there, what are you going to do?
I got Fred Robinson with a super chat, first one of the day. Kambosos might as well relocate his family to America to make sure these fights happen. COVID will most likely have Australia locked down by May. Man, in the name of the good Lord, I rebuke that. We don't want Australia locked down. We don't want America locked down. And we don't want another outbreak of COVID. Man, we want our lives back, man. I haven't been on vacation in mad years now. Like, this is crazy. They've got the cost of flying at a ridiculous rate because of COVID. They're blaming every single thing on COVID, man. And I'm tired of that already, bro. Tired of that. Everything's delayed. Everything's more expensive. And it's all what? COVID.
Hey, man, I'm with you, brother. I'm with you, man. You've been to Wisconsin. You see that the part I'm in, they don't really give two shits about it. But, bro, the cost to go out now, man, I went out on a night where they had a special, just me and my lady. And she doesn't drink. So it's not like we're ordering cocktails and shit. Man, why was our bill like $65, $70? And I'm talking for some wings and some ribs and shit like that, on special. Like, they charging $3.50, $4 for a fucking soda.
Yeah, man, it's getting crazy.
Fucking ridiculous.
It's getting crazy. Even the gratuity has changed. You don't even see 15%. They starting you at 18 these days. Like, damn, can I give you what I want? But I got a super chat from James Benitez that says, I still don't know why you believe in Devin so much. Got skills, but got no pop. You about to make Devin fly international to get stopped. Ryan does better. Yeah, no, listen. That is your belief and your opinion, and you're entitled to it. But, man, we just seen what Devin did to JoJo. You need to stop. Those reflexes are just too much. They're too much. The way he could just paw with the jab is like he's knocking, like knock, knock. And then he loops on the back right hand, either to your ribs or your face. No, sir. No, sir. People going to have trouble. And he pulls out. That's where you scared. He pulls out with his hands down, but he's so fast, those punches go right past his face by a matter of centimeters. I'm still banking on him, man. He's huge too. He's huge. I'm still banking on him.
I mean, does it
Brazil
matter
look
who
good.
goes over to Australia, though? Because, I mean, really, if you're doing ticket sales, right? Like, not even trying to be rude, but in Australia, do you think they give a shit if it's Tank or Ryan or anybody? They're there to see George. Like, ticket sales-wise, they're there to see George.
I think if it's Tank, they do give a shit, specifically for the reason that you said. Mayweather. The same way Mayweather went to UK for the Liam Walsh fight. And, you know, Mayweather's international, man. Mayweather's global. He's an icon. Yeah, I think they do give a shit if it's Tank. They're going to care more, I'll tell you that.
So they're going to, but my thing is, look what you're saying. They're caring because Floyd's going to come there, not because Tank's going to come.
And that's why you signed to him. That's why you signed to him. You signed so you could get all that free publicity. All publicity is good publicity, and that's why you chose him. If not, you'd have been with someone else. Why you think Ryan chose Oscar? Come on, you know what's going on. I got Big Fish Vega, the big homie. That's the big homie of the Big Fish clan. He started this crazy Big Fish movement. He says, funny, when someone critiques a fighter for his lack of power, but their favorite fighter doesn't crack an egg, at Jay, we want Haney versus Kambosos, hashtag undisputed. Damn, Jay, and he must be talking about your favorite fighter being Plant.
Damn, they shooting shots at Plant today.
early morning, shit. But if you're watching this on YouTube, don't forget to hit that thumbs up button. It's going to help with the visibility of the show. It's going to put this episode in front of the eyes of other real boxing fans that want to talk real boxing right here. You can call us up absolutely free, 1-425-569-5241. Make sure you subscribe, though, because we went live 4 times yesterday. A lot of news out there. There's actually another little subject. I could have kind of mixed this in, but, you know, that's my boy, man. I feel like that should be his own episode. You know, so we're going to think about it. But you don't think about hitting that thumbs up or calling in. Remember, you can add Nestor Gibbs on Skype. I'm going to go ahead and open up these phone lines, man. I don't know. You want to give me your final thoughts, like who you think is going to be? I know you're leaning Ryan, right? You're leaning Ryan?
I'm leaning Ryan, but I'm with you a little bit on the fact that Ryan's not dependable. He pulls out. So at a fight of that magnitude. Next, I would honestly, I'd pick Devin. They seem, one, you're going to undispute. Two, Bill's energy. It seems Devin's energy for real, like in his face, hey, give me the fight. I feel like he really laid the groundwork ahead of time. He believed that Kambosos could win. And, you know, he shot them shots first. So I think would only really be fair. Like, we'd rather see it undisputed. And I'd rather see a guy who was calling for the fight and had the confidence that he would beat T.O. or have a chance to beat T.O., get the fight. And then we have another division that's undisputed. And no matter who wins, that person's going to be the undisputed champion. And then we'll get all those great fights, because then if the other fighters want to be great, they know where to go. There's one road then, unless you just want minor titles.
Yeah, man. Gonna be interesting, man, because I think like the fathers had some sort of sit down and like on some father to father, let's make this fight happen. So I don't know, man. It's gonna be interesting to see which way Kambosos leans. Are we in agreement that Tank is the biggest fight?
No.
Oh.
I wouldn't agree with that.
Okay.
I think that one of the bigger fights, something that would look really good, and this is just perspective, okay, is Lomachenko Kambosos.
Wow. Why?
I think that would be a sexy fight. They're both not Americans.
But I mean bigger, like the people would perceive it as big. You think that they would perceive Kambosos fighting Vasiliy bigger than Kambosos fighting Tank?
Okay, so since the Salido loss, until he fought T.O., I mean, come on, man. Lomachenko was the most untouchable. He's just great. Like, no one can beat him. I didn't think T.O. was going to beat him. I picked against T.O. So, I mean, so he lost one fight, came back, looked good against Comey. I mean, I think that they've done a good job. I mean, look at Bob put so much money behind Vasiliy to be the next, great white hype. You know what I'm saying? Hope, whatever. Because I don't think he's a hype job. But I think that would just be a very marketable fight and a big fight over there.
I guess, I can't really argue because I don't know how big, the Ukrainian population is in Australia. I don't know. I just thought it would be Tank because he's so big. But we got Mr. Steal Your Chin. George loses to all of them. So it doesn't really matter. 2 laugh out loud emojis. They say Tank ain't a star. Check his ticket sales. Payout. He did better than EJ versus Porter. EJ being Earl Spence Jr. He said, report the views on Loma versus Coleman. I don't even know what they were. What were they? Did they come out? Let me see if that pops up. Let's see. Loma Comey.
Yeah, I don't know. I just look at it like this. When you see, like, when Wilder Fury was happening, like, to the casual fan, right? They came into the bar and they're like, oh, there's a fight going on. Oh, yeah, we want to see this. Like, who's this guy? They all want for the white guy. You know what I'm saying? Like, not knowing either one of them. I just think that would be a good fight.
Yeah, no, listen, I get it. I'm looking for these numbers. I don't see anything. Let's try.
I just don't think. I mean, I'd love to see Tank over there. I just don't see it happening.
I mean, it did 1.2 and it averaged 1.1 on ESPN. I mean, look, that's a big network, so someone's gonna say that that's bad, and Crawford's done better numbers than that. But I don't know that it's bad. For boxing, $1 million is good, man. $1 million is good. Over $1 million, that's what Kovalev was consistently getting. Obviously, he was getting it on HBO, which is a paid subscription. So I get the ESPN argument that maybe the numbers should be slightly better because ESPN is on more television sets for a lower price point, so to speak. Because, at the end of the day, HBO is $10 a month. So I don't know how much it costs to make sure you have ESPN on your television or not. But those are the numbers. And we'll screen share that in 5 - 1, 2 now. Boop. Shout out the boxing scene. Always writing. Keith Eidick, the guy that we get on here a lot. Shout out. Let's see. We're going to go out to these phone lines. I got Big Fish JT. Are you available?
Remember to rate us 5 stars on iTunes.
Subscribe to youtube.com/The Boxing Voice for the latest and greatest interviews with your favorite fighters.
So interesting that you come across like a nice guy, but you're really a piece of shit. Hey, you think come on. That was a piece of fuck you. That was a piece of shit. We're doing live TV. Man, I don't care. What you gonna do about it?
I'll kill this mother. Why do you have to talk like that? Well, I'm talking to you the way I want to talk to you. You have a problem? Turn off your station. I'm the best ever.
Yo, what's up? Ness and Adrian, top of the morning.
Buenos dias.
What's going on?
I think the biggest fight will be Gervonta Davis. I'm actually shocked somebody still trying to bring Ryan Garcia in the mix, and he's dealing with medical problems. Medical or mental problems. I don't think Ryan Garcia beats Kambosos at this time out the champions or the names that, not even champion, opponents pick. The biggest fight is Gervonta Davis. The fight I think he probably really want to stay away from is Devin Haney, because I think Devin Haney go over there and just outbox him Period. Gervonta Davis gonna make it a tough fight, and I think Gervonta Davis gonna beat him and then stop him. But how Gervonta fight is gonna be more explosive. It's like he's gonna be back and forth and stuff like that. And I think Gervonta gonna clip him. But I mean, that's all big fights I wouldn't mind seeing. But which one makes sense? I think it's probably the Devin Haney fight, cause like Bill and them said, they will pull up in their backyard. They're more comfortable going over there and then beating them. Now, as far as Mayweather and them, I will be actually shocked if Mayweather let them make that move, cause Mayweather move will probably be, we the A side, you got to come over here. We're not coming over there and stuff like that. So I see the Devin Haney fight being made first. Not the Lopez, the Lomachenko fight, honestly. But I heard what you said earlier, no Ness, but I think it's out those two will be Kambosos next fight. That's all
right. Yeah, I'm pretty much with that, you know. I kind of thought the same thing. I just don't know that Floyd going to let Tank go over there and not capitalize on his ticket sales, you know. It's just the seedings are going to be, the seating chart will be different over here in America. But we got Big Fish Vega. What up, Big Fish Vega?
You hear me?
Perfect.
All right. Yeah, man. I just want to say real quick, I didn't start the Big Fish movement, man. Just ignited the flame, man. That's all it is, man. Shout out to everyone part of the Big Fish Mafia. In regards to this topic here, I mean, I really hope it's Devin, because I'm just so sick of all this disputed, undisputed talk. I think he's someone that's been just, it doesn't matter what he's doing, they just keep putting him on the bottom of the list. I feel like he's basically earned the opportunity, trying to get the WBC, trying to get the fight with Loma, trying to make himself available for TO. And it's like, come on, man. Like, what else does this man got to do? Boxing got to throw us a little bone here and get him against Kambosos. I'm a little worried about it not taking place in Australia, because they're a pretty strict country with COVID. So I'm hoping the zone steps up to the plate and gives him the best offer available, man. That's it.
All right, we're going out to the postman in Miami. Gervain, what up?
Ness. Hey, Adrian, what's going on, fellas?
What up?
Not too much.
Chilling. Good. Congratulations, bro, on the studio and all of that. Hopefully everything works out well, on the move and everything. As far as the topic, bro, I want Devin Haney to get the fight, but I truly believe, I agree with you, Adrian. I think Ryan's going to get the fight. Although he's dealing with all this bullshit, I think he's going to get the fight because he is the easiest, he is the lowest hanging fruit on the tree, as you said, man. It's easy pickings, easy pickings, and you get your name out there, so that's it, bro. That's all I got on that.
And he gets the social media following, because really you want streams, not ticket sales over in Australia.
Yeah, I mean, again, man, we just don't know that it's going to convert. I mean, even Jake Paul didn't do well for the Woodley rematch, We don't know that these teeny boppers are going to pay. I had this Australian guy, UK co-host on the other day, Parsons. He's very young, and they're like, they're not paying, man. They're not paying. They know how to get that shit for free. Big Gucci Nick. What up, Big Gucci Nick?
Yo, what up, man? Yo, first and foremost, man, everybody smash that like button, smash that subscribe button, you know what it is, man. I think the best pick's gonna have to be Ryan, man. He'll be able to defend his title, and he'll grab all those followers from Ryan, and his next fight's gonna be even bigger, man. Oh, and I got one more thing to say, man. Hey, Jordan Baker, you take a sick one up the ass, bro. Stop calling me Big Poochie Nick in the chat. That shit was funny. Yo, shout out to BB, man. Later.
Yo, Jordan picking on him. Oh, shit. Jordan's a Border Wars fighter, man. Yeah, he's funny as hell. Uh-oh. We got James Benitez with the super. And he says, Floyd ain't let Tank fight Gary. So you really want me to believe that Floyd gonna let Tank fight a test like Kambosos? Ryan gonna get the fight. Shout out James Benitez, second super chat. I mean, you know, when you put it that way, that kind of makes some sense.
Hey, Ness, it's almost like I know what the fuck I'm talking about, huh?
Bruh, yo, I did want that Gary fight, man, and we never got that. But Gary, yo, do we got to start calling Gary a Kappa? Like, he's defending his title, man. He keep talking about these other dudes in other divisions, and yet he's still fighting at 126. Bro, he's the only 38-year-old dude I know can make 126. He ain't.
Yo, how tall is Gary Russell, bro? Like, that's not.
I don't even know, bro.
Like, that's him growing into his frame, 126?
I don't know, bro. I don't know.
Everybody looked 5'2" to you if they ain't over 6 foot, though.
He had the official scale in his gym one day, and he pointed it at his Instagram, and he was like 138, I think, or 132. I don't know. But, bruh, damn, Gary. I wanted, Gary versus Russell. I remember, that's the same person. Gary versus Farmer. I remember Farmer was talking greasy, and then he fucking lost, man. He lost, but that's the thing. Don't nobody talk greasy to this guy, man.
He out there winning, that's why.
Yeah, I guess, man. I guess. Let me keep it moving here. Remember, if you're on Blog Talk and you haven't pressed the number 1, I see Ricky in Florida out there. If you haven't pressed the number 1, that's why we haven't gone to you. We're going on to Brandon Maurice. What up?
Hello, ladies.
Anybody that know me know I've been a player, whether it was in Alabama, Ohio, or anywhere around the globe.
TheBoxingVoice.com.
I've been smashing Telly Swifts, man. I didn't have to become a millionaire to get that caliber of woman. One of the people's choices, one of the fans' favorites, a guy that can galvanize this crowd such as myself.
He's too ugly to be the world champ. The world champ should be pretty like me.
The AJ of trucking. Whoop! Yep, Brandon in Cincinnati.
SDS Promotions.
Yo, Ness, Adrian, top of the morning. What's going on?
What up, what up?
Good morning, brother.
Man, blessed and highly favored, man. Perfect world, do a tournament. Do Devin versus Kambosos. You know the guys with the belts. Do Ryan versus Tank. The matinee box office stars. Winners of both fights fight each other for all the marbles. Probably ain't gonna happen like that because that means shit will have to be perfect and boxing fans will have to get what they want. We never get what we want. So I'm thinking he's gonna probably take either Devin or Lomachenko, man. I think those are the two guys that probably gonna offer them the best packages. Like JT said, Tank ain't gonna give up his A-side status. He ain't gonna go to Australia. And if I'm George, I'm not giving up my leverage, which is my belts, to be the B-side for Tank. So I don't think he gets the fight. I don't think Ryan gets the fight. I think it's either Devin or Lomachenko. I'm preferring it to be Devin, though, so they can settle this undisputed shit once and for all. But other than that, y'all have a good day, man.
All right, all right. We're going out to J-Mac, New Orleans.
So you hating?
I'm that guy. What you want to bet on? Bet 100,000 on that. Let's bet $1 million. You getting that money, right? Easy. Let's bet $1 million easy. And I for the bread. When I him, y'all gonna say he was too weak on my life.
Okay, bow down, bitches. I'm about to handle business. I'ma teach you all a lesson. This'll only take a minute. Got a part and all this passion in my blood. Niggas hating just because. Think about it. Everybody love Bud. J-Mac, where you at? Where you at? All these niggas hating on me. Shit is whack. Shit is whack. So official with it. Go and check the stats. Hey, I'm out here trying to get it, and that's I only got a minute. Get ready for the back attack.
Yo, good morning. How y'all doing?
Straight, what up?
Oh, good. Good morning, bro.
Hey, shout out for Jay Baker for Big Coochie Nick. That's hilarious. And shout out to all these sardines and tuna fish smelling ass niggas on these calls, man. I mean, it's stinking, man. I don't even know if I would be comfortable in these parts nowadays after Yellow Beezies kissing on the next scenes and shit. Calling myself Big Fish, but I mean, to each his own. For as Kambosos, if Kambosos wanted the cherry, Ryan should be that cherry. Ryan haven't done shit to get in a position to even demand that type of fight. And it's kind of sick for anybody to put him in position. But if Kambosos wanted a cherry, he should pick that cherry if he get the opportunity for Kambosos. For us, a competitive fight, the hardest fight might be Tank. I agree with my brother. If I run over, that's just bill me. I agree with my brother assessment for us the competitiveness in the fight, how hard it would be, worrying about Tank punching power, hand speed. And I would actually like to see the fight. That would be a great fight. But I don't think Floyd is ready to take his handcuffs off Tank. You know, he kind of keep them on locks. He got Tank walking around with one of them, you know, the kids, the little vest things the kids wear so they can't get lost and get too far. That's how Floyd keep Tank over there. So I don't know if he's going to carefully put Tank in that situation. And plus this fake-ass A-side they got, they go sit around and want to make believe and sit in Disneyland with that shit. For as Devin, it's a competitive fight still, but it can kind of get to a point where Devin outboxing him and Kambosos can't catch him and all that shit like that. So some people consider that boring. I consider it boxing. Both styles are very interesting. Who's the most deserving of the fight is Devin. Devin is a champion. It should be undisputed. If Brandon won the tournament, let's put the tournament after Devin and get all the belts. I'm sure Devin will fight all those guys. I don't think Devin have a problem with fighting any of them guys. I meant to not say Lomachenko on purpose. He got 2 losses. I don't want to keep seeing him get the roses laid out for him in the carpet and shit. The dude got 2 losses on his record. That's my call.
All right.
This is a good division, though, man. Like, honestly, looking at those names, like they all just need to fight each other. I don't know about tournament style, but I mean all
you
these
could definitely
matchups,
do a Super 6, bro. Like,
yeah, they could, but here's
all
the
you gotta
thing.
do is add T.O. back in the mix. Salute,
Here's the thing.
C-Dub, what it do?
The thing about that is I love the Super 6. Like, to me, that Super 6, you know, besides some of the people who had to come in because other guys got hurt, you had a lot of high-level guys in there, guys with belts. I'd love to see a Super 6, but I feel like I don't know why all these people need to agree to do it. And, you know, a Super 6 that's a couple-year commitment at most.
It is. I mean, unless you do one single fight elimination. You know,
right.
you do Vasiliy Ryan, T.O. Tank, Haney Kambosos. Winners meet. I guess that's still 2 years at the very 2.5
Right, that's what I'm
years.
saying though. Like the way you have it now, you're still looking at 2 years, and stuff can happen between then, where you know someone decides
Ryan pulls out again.
Right, and then you're replacing people, right? You know, you get last minute replacements for the tournament, just like the Super 6. Because who came in? Didn't Alan Green have to come in for Jermaine Taylor?
Yeah.
He replaced him, and I feel like
Vika had to come in.
Yep. So I mean, I won't say it was watered down because I think with Kessler, Frock, Ward, you know, Darrell before he took the injury,
before that. Arthur Abraham was good
dope,
back
though.
then.
Yeah. I mean, you had a lot of dudes in there, so those were all great style matchups. Just like this, I mean, it'd be great if they could come to an agreement and the money and everything was right for it to happen.
That's the thing, bro. People weren't getting paid the way they're getting paid right now, man.
Exactly, because I'm saying, if you tried to get guys with belts and all that now, think of how much money them fights would cost. Because right now, everybody's arguing, oh, well, how much are we going to make? I get it as a promoter, but like, to go into the Super 6, I would think that you're agreeing to get paid X amount of money per round you get to. You know, there's going to be no negotiation. That's the only way that could work, is if it's all set in stone, contract signed, real tight, so they can't get out of them.
In that Crawford lawsuit article, I read a quote from Floyd that said, when I was with Bob, he was offering me $2 million when the purse was really $6 million. When I cut the middleman out, I went from 15 to 30 million. And then we all know that Floyd went up to 32, like 32 point something. And then obviously the ridiculous checks for Pacquiao and McGregor, which are not even in the 30s. There was in the hundreds of thousands. So it's just crazy. The market has changed, and there isn't any finances for a Super 6. I mean, these dudes, I mean, if you get Ryan's first fight is Vasiliy, how many millions of dollars is he going to want for that first fight? It's crazy, man.
I mean, but you got to think, too, like, at the time they had the Super 6, those guys also, like, Andre Ward wasn't, you know, he wasn't that dude yet.
Nah,
he
was
became
only
that dude after that.
He was like 14-0, 15-0 at the time. He was young.
Right. And he dismantled everybody.
Bro, he wasn't even with a big promoter. He was with Joe Goosen at the time. He needed that Super 6. He needed
exactly, and that's the thing. Like, a Super 6 now would have to be in, like, and I don't even think this isn't really in the lightweight range, but like Jamal James, like, guys, you need guys like that who are going to be willing, who are up and coming. You got to catch that generation. And they should do
something like that. Like, there should be a Super 6 for every division of, like, your C and your D, so that they can get that opportunity. That's what ESPN Friday Night Fights used to be. That's what the Boxino tournament used to be. Like, Willie Monroe and Brandon Adams were those C-level fighters that were with D-level promoters that needed those tournaments to catapult them to HBO. Chris Algieri was another one. He had his big showdown with Ruslan Pavatnikov on ESPN, and that graduated him to HBO. You know, and he fought a lot of people on ESPN. I went to one of his fights in Huntington, man. He was a little bit of a draw in New York. But anyway, let me get to Ricky out here in Florida. What it do? Good morning.
Hey, Ness, come right back to me.
All right. We going to Majid in Ohio. What's up?
Yo. Excuse me, background noise. Everybody need to like the video, subscribe to the channel, join YouTube members and Patreon for something. Well, of course, I feel like Devin Haney should get the fight, first, just to get that dispute out the way. But I don't know. I be trying to think like an opportunist. What's going to be the easiest? It ain't guaranteed that Ryan Garcia would be the easiest because he got that crack or whatever, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, I'll try to get that little boy, get him before they blossom too much. So if his name get big later, he had that little victory. But yeah, man, other than that, I don't know. That's all I got, man.
All right. CYP, what up?
What up? Listen to this shit, man. Belts don't hold leverage over pay-per-view fighters. Belts don't hold leverage over pay-per-view fighters. In no way in any category is Loma a bigger fight than Tank versus any mutual opponent. Think about this. Tank fighting unknowns on pay-per-view while Loma fighting for unified for free. I don't even know why we keep talking about this and trying to pretend like every single metric of the bigger star, the bigger fight doesn't matter because your feelings say something different. When was the last time you seen two Europeans, right, fight on pay-per-view and everybody watched? That never draws. We ain't talking about Vladimir versus Fury. Nobody watched that. And did 1.7 million views on free TV on HBO. Like, let's cut the bullshit. Lomachenko is a great fighter, but he's not a star. He's not a big fight. If you whoop Tank ass, you become the man. Beating Loma means you're just the third guy to do it. Beating Tank, you're the man. Beating Loma, you're the third guy to do it. Other than that, man, Adrian, I see you picking and playing. One of these days, I'm going to light your ass up because I see what you're doing. but I do like it. I do like it. Other than that, man, somebody fuck with me, I'll be back. And if you didn't check out my show last night, please go do that, man. That shit was awesome, and they still talking about it. CYP out.
We got Julio Guzman that says Haney will be next. Agreed. I wonder what he means. Next to get that shot at my man George. And I got Mr. Steal Your Chin that says, if Tank on a leash, Bud was on a leash until he was 27 years old as well. Tank accomplished more than Bud before the age of 27. But you right, J Matt. Laugh out loud. Laugh out loud. Uh-oh. We got Sony Woods. What up?
Hey, yo, what up? Can you hear me?
Perfect. What up, Ohio?
Hey, yo, what up, A-Rod? Hey, I think that, that's a lot, bro. Oh, man. I really wanted T.O. to get that rematch, though. That's what I really wanted. Even if Kambosos beat him a second time, I just think a second fight with T.O. he would have put on a much better performance. He was going through a lot, and I don't know if anybody want to give him credit or tear him down for it. But I felt bad for T.O. after that first fight. But if this is all we got to choose from, then I would like to see Devin Haney get that shot. Devin Haney. But peace and love, TBB for life, and shout out to the Bat Channel.
Love, champ. Yo, it's strange to hear people want T.O. to get a rematch when he didn't even want to do a rematch clause. Like, you know what I'm saying? There was no rematch clause in this fight. This was a purse bid. So it's like they couldn't come to negotiations. So you lose that right. We got Jeremy in Tucson, Arizona. What up?
What up, Ness? You can hear me?
Yes, sir.
Hey, I think Haney should be the one to get the chance, man, because he wants all the smoke, and it's the easiest one to make. And I also think maybe T.O. versus Ryan for the losers bracket. And on another note, for all the big fish, after Ugas wins, they're going to be fish fillet.
All right. If you're on Blog Talk and you feel like I ain't go to you, it's because you ain't pressed 1. But, I mean, I know that's Niagara Falls right there. That's some number in Niagara. He never pressed 1. It ain't Davidian unless unless that's your, your work number or something like that. We got Stainless in the building. Are you available?
The champ is here! The champ is here!
Red belt, black belt, WBO and green. I'm king. Undisputed GOAT, TBE. And you can catch the news first on TBV. Voice of the people now let me speak. Scientists of the sweet, BOXING.
TBV, what's good?
What up?
What's going on, Stainless?
That's Adrian. Always good to hear from you, brother. I saw you crap on the back car yesterday too, man. I hate I can't unmute sometimes, man, but it's always good to have it popping, man. You know, I ain't know how much I missed this show until it was gone for a week, until it ran dry that week, man. No disrespect to me, man. He held it down, but I gotta tell you, man, you know what I'm saying. You the fixture of the show, man. But I appreciate it. On to this talk, though, man. I'm like everybody else, man. I think Haney deserves it. You know, he has been sitting in that spot for a while, calling him out. He's the only person that's not really focused so much on fighting everybody else as much as he is on gaining all of those belts. So, you know, I think he's the guy that's more than likely going to get it. You know what I'm saying? I think Eddie Hearn and Matchroom and Dazn are a good enough machine to throw enough money at Kambosos to make it make sense. So hopefully that's the fight we get. if I'm being honest though, that suggestion from Brandon Maurice with the round robin or whatever, the Super 6 series, that'd be good too, man. I would enjoy that even more, but we probably less likely to get that as fans. But it'd still be a good run, man. Who do y'all think would win that? Did y'all already discuss that? Did I miss that?
Like win as in who would get the fight?
Yeah, we talking they call them the Four Kings for some reason, but you know, Haney, say you throw the Haney, the Ryan Garcia, the Tank, the Lomachenko, the Kambosos, maybe who else? Maybe Tiafimo, I guess. Who wins that series? Who do you think?
Oh shit! If it's a super series, then that you just don't know. You just
Devin or Tank.
Because you don't know.
I'm not
you
gonna
don't know
pick just one, but
you don't
Devin
know
or
how the
Tank.
matchups. You don't know how to match. Like I feel like Devin is the dude to beat Tank. So,
yeah.
But that don't mean that he can't lose to, let's say, Loma. So it all depends on the matchups. Like, if T.O. and Loma fought and T.O. got the win again, now Loma's automatically eliminated. I believe Tank versus Devin, I think Tank, he loses. He loses, I want to believe what I've been told. So, and I know he's a boxer, man. He's a boxer.
Yeah.
I mean,
that's
I'm not saying Tank is not. He fucking showed levels. I'm not saying he is not. I'm just saying Haney's mastering his boxing craft by always boxing. Tank is mastering that punching craft by always going for the knockout. So, when shit hit the fan, he gonna have to box, and I don't know that he's gonna be as sharp as a Tank. I mean, as a motherfucking Devin.
Well, let's be realistic.
Yeah, that's why I said
in that fight, I think Devin would get up on the scorecards on Tank, and Tank would need a knockout. And the thing is, can he catch Haney once he's up on the cards and knock him out?
And people gonna say yes because JoJo caught Haney and so did Linares, and then they gonna factor in Tank's power. But that's the beauty of that fight, man.
Yeah,
you gotta see
his
it.
power goes late too, man, because he knocked out
Gamboa
late in what was that, 11th or the 12th. So, but man, y'all done gave me too much time, man. As I always say, please make sure you push that thumbs up, share this and every episode of the Boxing Voice podcast. This is TBV for life. If you ain't on Patreon, it's because you stupid.
Peace. Speaking of Patreon, it's totally updated. We have our Untitled post out. I want to do that today at 7 p.m. So if you want to ask any questions, head on over to patreon.com/The Boxing Voice, where you can ask any question on any subject for our Untitled show. Also, if these ads are frustrating here on YouTube or iHeartRadio or wherever you listen to it, don't forget that by joining Patreon and becoming a $15 member, you get those MP3s. No matter how long this show goes, you'll have it without any ads whatsoever. So go ahead and join the gang over there on Patreon, and let's rock out. We got to go to Keem in Florida. Are you working?
Bueller.
Looks like he's working. We're going to get to Fred Robinson that says, I don't understand how it's even a question. Devin should definitely be fighting Kambosos next. 100 emoji. And that's because everyone always has that energy for Undisputed. But when it's Devin, they don't want him to get Undisputed. That's the funny thing. Like, normally it's like, oh, Jamel better fight Castano. Jamel better fight Castaño. Oh, Canelo better unify with Plant. He better Undispute. And now it's like, nah, fuck it. Nah. It's Devin. Nah, man. He young. He a baby. Nah, like he's still growing. Nah, let him fight somebody. He gotta fight somebody. It's like so many excuses when it comes to Devin. That's why I'm saying, out of everybody, he gotta take the trip. He gotta take the trip because they make it hard for him. But once he solidifies himself as the number one lightweight by capturing all the belts, there's nothing. He's in the history books forever. And then they got to ask him for the shot. We got D-Nice that says, shout out to TBV for giving a brother something to keep his mind off the strains of life. Hey, my friend. Hit me up on Instagram, man. You know I'm here if you need to talk. And I put out 4 shows for you to listen to yesterday. Today being the 5th. So, use them episodes, man. Stay out them dark places. And connect with Divine, my friend. Connect with Divine. If we stay rooted to Divine, we will be divine. Let me tell you that. We going out to, that's everybody who I got my boomerangs. Brandon Maurice. Boomerang, courtesy of Stainless, pound for pound champ.
I don't need it, brother. Have a good one, man.
All right. Oh, shit. J-Mac got 2 counter punches like a mojo. I'm so sorry, J-Mac. You know it's never personal. Shit. You there, champ?
Yo, I'm here. It's personal with me because you be coming for me. I know you got. Nah, I'm messing with you. I'm fucking. Hey, now one of them I owed you for when I went over, right?
Yeah, you went over once.
Okay, so my second one is to respond to Mr. Weak Ass Steal Your Chin. Dude, stop addressing me with them weak ass super chats. When I heard you calling, your voice was cracking, nigga. You can't address me and talk to me when you got a crack ass voice. Everything and all you know is Tank Davis, and with his 50,000 he sold pay-per-view ass store ass. And you compare him to Terrence Crawford, who's already a Hall of Famer. Man, you a New Day weak ass boxing fan. Stay off me. Don't call my name out for any shit. That's my call.
Damn, what they saying? The Tank did 50,000 with what's my man name? With Pitbull? Y'all believe it? Y'all believe in that dude, man? Y'all tripping, man. Ain't no way he did 50. That's crazy, 50. That would not be right. I hope he didn't do 50. Did you hear 50?
Nah, I didn't hear anything about it.
Okay. So, who's next? That was Boomerang. So that means Stainless, I guess. Since Brandon ain't using it, are you? Let me double check over here because I see Ricky still got his hand raised. All right. Well, looks like Stainless not taking that. Boomerang, early day, but I will be back with another one. You know, we got goals set and things. Goals are set and we got to crush them. So I'll be back with another one. I wanted to talk about this particular topic, and that gives us the time to do so. So make sure you subscribe to the YouTube channel so you can get that notification when I do go live. I'll try to schedule it with ample time so that everyone knows. But we will be back talking the 130-pound division. Or will it just be that division? I'm not sure because of the very cryptic message that we have to break down from one of these young superstars. But, man, this new bud is sticky. I'm about to enjoy this. Adrian, where can they find you?
Man, you can find me at Black Man Jones on Instagram, Adrian Rowan on Facebook for all my older cats who might even still have one of those. Shout out to my boxing club, Old School Boxing. If you are in the Wisconsin area, anywhere in between Madison and Milwaukee, definitely come check us out. 1 week free as always. Yeah, that's what I got, and I'll see y'all later.
Yeah, actually, let me go ahead and set the time now that you're watching live. Look for me to be back about 10:45. That's about 29 minutes from now is all I'll need to set up and be ready. Find the link right here at youtube.com/The Boxing Voice at 10:45. Coming right back with another little topic just for us to talk and bounce off each other. If you want to talk more boxing, you need to get through your work day. You know I'll be live at 10:45. Peace.
Peace.